Hello there, and welcome back to Satisfactory. Yes. Um, so we're gonna just kind of hop right on in, I guess. If you remember, uh, last time we were building a train station over here, and then you're probably wondering, hold on, it says build the space elevator up in the top right. How do you have a train station already? Well, the simple answer is mods. Also, minimap. This is mods. This is mod town. Uh, yeah. So this is a mod. This is a modded playthrough. Um, and if you want to know what those mods are, just down in the description section, along with the mod authors, um, their names that they have listed. So, and it's super easy to mod. You could just use my link, or well, not my link. You could use the link down in the description section to download the Satisfactory Mod Manager, and then once you download and install the Satisfactory Mod Manager, go ahead and run it, and just download the mods you want straight from the Mod Manager. You don't have to go to the website. You don't have to drag files. It is really easy to do. But anyway, there's also that. But also, yes, um, if you want to suggest a mod that you know is a really good mod that would go along with our playthrough here, or you think it might go along with the playthrough here, go ahead and suggest it down in the comment sections. Doesn't matter if you're new or not. Um, and I will take a look at it and let you know in a future video uh, if that mod will be added or not, and I will give a reason or two why or why not. So, um, if you suggest a mod and it's completely and utterly ridiculous and breaks the game's balance or whatever, then I will let you know that we're not adding that because of that. We're here to play through the game with a few helpful mods. We're not here to break the game entirely and just cheat. Although some would argue that the train station is cheating, I would argue not, because the train station or the trains um, are upgradable, um, but they are also not. They're not the trains from when you unlock trains. They're definitely not that advanced. They're very very slow. They go a max speed of 25 kilometers an hour. That's how fast they go, and I can run faster than that. And I don't even have me legs yet. All right, so today we're out of copper. What? Oh, wait, no, we're out of iron. What? Something's disconnected. We should not be out of iron. This is not good. Yeah, we should definitely not be out of iron. We barely use iron ore as it is. Yeah, why is the iron line? Oh, I was moving it. I forgot. And then we ran out of time. Yes. Also copper the same way. Alright, let's go ahead and finish removing this then. I completely forgot that we were moving this to the center of the road where it was out of the way. And I just never hooked it back up. Which is oopsie on my part. So today we're going to focus on hopefully trying to get finished or, get closer to being finished on our concrete building. So we are going to be making a concrete factory over here, as you see these 5 red machines right here. I think I'm going to start out with either 5 or 10. I'm not exactly sure how that's going to work. Love that planet, by the way. Love that galaxy. The skybox is amazing in this game. Yeah, so we're going to be finishing that concrete factory today, or at least coming close to finishing it. We need to get the train line up. We need to get the concrete being mined and brought over. And then we will work on all of that stuff. Go ahead and remove this. Okay. So, the iron goes in that one, and that one's copper, I believe. So we'll just grab this, grab our iron, put it in. These are just temporary, by the way. Grab our copper, put it in. So it's gonna be a little bit weird. Yeah, I completely forgot that that's what we were doing last time. Anyway, yeah, I didn't get anything done either in between episodes. I usually don't have time during the week, so we just have to continue right where we left off each episode. It's fine, though. It's fine. So now we have to plan out where we're going to have the train station. Where are we going to have our train station for concrete? Because it's on this side of the base. Our concrete machines, I think, they're about there or so. We could actually use the mini-map to guide us here. So what we're going to do, as because the mini-map's going to come in real helpful here. So let's grab a couple of these ramps up. Dang it. Up. Okay. Let's grab a couple of ramps up and watch our mini-map here. Oop, a bit higher. Okay, a bit higher. Okay, here they are. We're right underneath them. Also, B for flashlight. Okay, so we're right underneath the machines. This is where we want to be. And you need to go away. Find somebody else to torture. Jeez, you know what these remind me of? Like the way their behavior is. They remind me like oh, stop laughing. Oh jeez. Oh, he looks so sad. I don't care though. They remind me of my days of um, playing Minecraft with the early Minecraft animals. For some reason, it was in their coding. I'm pretty sure it was. Don't lie to me, because it always happened. As soon as you put a block down that the player put down, the animals were coded to go over and walk all over your blocks and bother the crap out of you. Like, it would be fine if they were just kind of in the area, but no. They had to be on top of your stuff so that you couldn't build. It was the most infuriating I've ever been in a video game. Damn near. I wouldn't say the most infuriated, but it's close. It's definitely close. It's just like, why does this exist? Yeah, it's so annoying. Okay, so I'm wondering how I'm gonna run this. I think I'm going to run. I think I'm gonna run the splitter this way, possibly. But I need to run 2 sets of splitters. Okay, I can run. I want to run 10 machines. So I need to figure out how to, because the way these machines are, yes, they're spread out, and I could probably fit more in this section, but I could not fit 10. I can only fit 5, with it being kind of spread out, which is fine, which is what I want. I want the machines to kind of be spread out. But yeah, I need 2 sets of splitters, I think. We will come in with our logistics right underneath here. So maybe we have, let's see, we put our conveyor lift. Oh, that's me T-posing. My mouse scroll wheel has been acting up lately. But it is a cheap mouse, so it makes sense, but look. Hello guys, hello. I have telekinesis, that's what it is. Yes. Okay. So yeah, this is where I want to be. I'm trying to figure out, basically right now, I'm trying to figure out how I want the belts up in here. Do I want to do 5 belts, one on each station, and then I split between 2 floors. That is a possibility. I can have one on each station and split between 2 floors, but I have to put the station this way, so. But I am thinking. Oh, this is why I was putting this down here. Actually, you know what? If we do that. No, that wouldn't really work though, because now I'm getting into the realm of how do I get the next set of lines through? Like this conveyor lift would almost have to be facing this way, and then we put one next to it. It goes up even higher. Maybe we should just worry about the 5 for now, and then we'll figure that other out later. Maybe that's the way to do it. But what I'm trying to figure out is how do I do that? Maybe... No. Okay, maybe we'll do this. And then we'll put our splitter here. Or no, our belt is going to connect here. And we're not going to merge underneath. Yeah, okay. Oh yeah, we're not going to merge underneath. We're going to merge up top. Some weird noises coming from below me. I'm a little scared. We come from this way. Or we come from this way. Because we're not going to be splitting the average. Actually, you know what? We'll just directly feed it. I don't know. I think we need to get the train station here first. I think that's what's causing creator's block here. I've been having that kind of stuff lately. I am a little bit sick. A little bit snuffly. So sniffly. A little bit coffee. Not the good kind of coffee either. Like cough. A little bit sick lately. Don't know what happened. There's probably just something going around. It was like yesterday. It was like a repeated headaches and nausea. Like I get a little bit of a headache and then I start feeling incredibly nauseous. It's really strange. I mean, I've had stuff like this before though, so it's not like it's a big deal. It just makes playing video games way harder. Look at all these animals that appear here. But they're like stuck underneath my train station. Also, there's something here. I guess I have to. Oh, it's a berry plant. Sorry, berry plant, you're sticking through my concrete. No, cut it down. Yeah. I think we ran out of concrete trying to... Oh, that's right, I didn't know what I was going to do here. So, all of this is going to be kind of encompassed right here. So, foundations... I think this is at the same level, isn't it? For that. Yeah, it's at the same level. Okay, good. That's what I want. We're gonna send this one. Just keep sending, keep sending, keep sending. I don't know how far I am. Yeah, that might be a bit far. Let's go like 30. That'll get us close. Okay. So now I have to go in and so this is going to be a subway tunnel, essentially. It's going to be a subway tunnel for our concrete train. This one's going to be all underground. It's not like the other one where it comes in from outside the city walls. Although that might be, those trains might not be, they might not be outside the city walls for long if we keep expanding like we have. That would not be. Wouldn't the wildlife would not be safe for very long. I don't know. I don't know what I'm talking about anymore. So anyway, we've also okay, I might have the trains turn here. Turn and go in. Like turn and go in this way. So in order for that to happen, from here, 1, 2, 3. Okay. And then we go another 3. And then we go 3 this way. Speaking of trains, there's a video I want to make, and I've been wanting to make it for months now, but I have not had time. I have not had time. It's been pissing me off as well. There's a train game I want to play. It's a tycoon game. I've actually played it before. I beat the campaign. I think I got most of the achievements on Steam so far, but that I haven't played it for a long while now, and I've been meaning to get back into it. Like, I want to get back into it so bad. It's really hard to get back into this kind of stuff when you're constantly busy. We gotta... Okay, so this is where we're gonna go. Alright, cool. So, let's go up here. There's a little bit of lag going on. Oh, I like how the fog also shows up on the minimap. That's really cool. Alright, so I need this. This right here. I need this to end up down there on that one. But I'm not going to change level here. I'm going to turn and then change level. So, 2, 3. Okay. So, we're going to go transport. We're going to do cheap track. I did not connect correctly. What is it doing? Why is it doing that? Okay, now it's connected properly. This is like, what the... Okay, so we're going to go back. This is 1, 2, 3. With trains. So now we go over here. And as you can see, when we go back to the edge of this one, bang. It's a 3, the proper turning for these tracks, the best turning for the tracks in the game, are a 3x3 foundation. So, okay, so from here, let's go down here. Over here, and let's go a 1 meter ramp. That's like a 1 meter might be the best. Oh, the only problem is... Okay, hold on. 2, 3. Okay. There's a reason. There is a very good reason why I'm doing this. Actually, there's not a good reason. It should be over there. See what I mean? Like, what? Why do you have to be on my tracks? These guys all the time just want to be on the train tracks. They want to get hit by the train, but they don't get hit by the train because the train doesn't do anything to them, which I'm fine with. But they freak out later, and they get stuck. And then you're trying to build something or do something next to the track, and they're in the way, and you have to hit them in the butt with this little zapper thing, like this. And then they run away, and then you're fine. But they'll come back. They'll always be back. Yeah, I have to hit them in the ass. this is all going to be foundation to up anyway. I'm going to go one more, because that's where the track is going to be. Let's just use the camera here. I don't know what is with my scroll wheel lately. It's been acting up. It's actually been quite irritating. Oh no. But I have to be... Oh. This is not good. Where this is placed... Okay. So what we have to do then is we have to remove... Just that. Okay, let's remove that. We want our train to actually end up going that way. So, as you can see, the shorter we go, we can't do a 2x2. 3x3 is the best option. So, 1, 2. Alright, so we gotta remove this. And then we gotta go back to here, back to here. So this is where we need. So there's 1, 2, and 3. Okay, now let's go ahead and turn it to this edge. And there she is, right in the middle. Nice. Yeah, we'll do a foundation. We'll do a 1 meter ramp slope. Just like that. Or do we want to do, you know what, a 2 meter. 2 meters a bit more violent for the train, but it'll get us down there faster. Plus, there'll be less faff later on. Yeah. Go ahead and down there. I don't know what's with my thing. It has a hard time detecting when I'm scrolling forward. It's like it for some reason it's, I don't know, maybe it's not. It's like overly sensitive because it has flat spots in the wheel, which is supposed to have flat spots, I suppose. I think it has this little thing, but it seems to like scroll backwards slightly, but it's overly sensitive, so it does that quite violently, way more than it should, I guess. Okay, so same with this. Oh, we can't afford, we need more plates. Let's go grab more plates. Also, we're probably, I don't know if it's going to be this episode, but we're going to have to eventually go hunting down trees and bushes again. I might do that. Maybe not between these 2 episodes, but between the next 2, maybe. Before Friday. I don't want to steal off of those. We'll steal off of these instead. Maybe one of these days I'll have the funds to actually replace some computer parts. I have a huge list of computer parts that I need to replace. But there's a few problems in the way. First problem is these ramps are too close. They need to be one back. I just realized this. But for trains, the maximum you can do is a 2 meter for ramp when you're on a foundation. I know you can go a little bit steeper. Wait a minute. Is that 3 meters up? I think it is. It is. It is 3 meters up. Interesting. Wait, what? Oh no, it's... Yeah, okay. I thought that would be too high. No. That's 6 meters. I thought it was 5 meters. problems, I think. Oh yeah. So yeah, there's a few problems with replacing for PC parts. One, don't have the funds, of course. Always don't have the funds. Um, that stuff gets real expensive real quickly. Second reason I can't afford PC parts is because there's a lot of funds going toward a engine rebuild right now. It's one of those things, right, where you love the vehicle to death. You want to replace all of its problems and stuff like that, and you have to kind of. But it's got so many at one time, at that current moment, that you have to pick and choose what's the worst. Which, being a mechanic, that's not a big deal for me. Um, let's see, that one is there, so we'll go one more right here. Okay, and then that should allow us to pull this corner right here. But the major problem is, or a lot of the major problems are very, very expensive. I've already gone through parts and stuff. I did the full engine rebuild myself, and we're mostly through it. But yeah, finding the funds for not only parts but also cleaner was the big one. That's not gonna work. But yeah, it was the big one. I don't know if I need to push this back a little bit further, because that's the shortest I can go, and it's gonna clip in. And the further I go, the more it clips. I could start it like here. Let's see if... No, that ain't gonna work. Normally I start it actually like here. Then I go up to, I think, that point there, but I can't do that because this is in the way. I think we're gonna have to move it back. Yeah, oops. We are going to have to move it back one further because we don't have the room yet. So, the cleaner, if you're going to be doing an engine rebuild yourself, and if you have, you know exactly what I'm talking about. At least I hope you do. Had to face this, where it's the cleaner is not all that expensive at first when you're doing your own cleaning. If you don't have like professional parts washers or professional cleaners that do the job really quickly and don't take much effort. I don't know if there actually is a cleaner that does that, but anyway, so you get to that point and then you're just like, well, okay, I'm spending hundreds of dollars on cleaner just to clean up less than half the parts, because these parts are taking they are taking a long cleaning cycle. That actually. So it's 1.5, isn't it? It's like 1.5 foundations down the slope, and then you go like 1 past or 2 past. You go 2 past, I think. Yeah, 2 past. And then yeah, it's really nuts because the parts cleaners that they sell over the counter stuff, the stuff you don't need to, it's the kind of stuff that that does not clean your parts like it's advertised. It's cheap stuff to get a hold of and really easy to get a hold of, but you always end up needing a ton of it, and it's really annoying. But by the time you get there, it's fine. So there's also been that too, but yeah, finding the funds for parts, and then not only that, but also waiting for parts, because I don't go through when I buy car parts. It's a weird topic to be talking about on Satisfactory, but I don't buy car parts through the parts store unless I have to. It's because the parts stores, they upcharge you a lot. So the way it works, if you don't know how it works with parts stores, at least this when I talk to a guy that does this stuff. Um, yeah, he told me that the way it works and the reason that parts stores charge so much is because when they buy their parts from like the warehouses or the manufacturing companies, wherever they buy them from, because the company does that, they don't do that. The company picks and chooses who they buy from. They try to buy from the cheapest, but they still get upcharged. They get upcharged quite a lot on those parts to have those parts in their warehouse or in their store. And then when you go to buy them, you get upcharged because if they don't upcharge you, they sell it what they buy it for. Um, they don't make any money, so they got to upcharge you as well. Now, I will argue that there are some famous ones out there, some famous parts companies where you buy parts, they upcharge you way, way too much. They don't just want to. They don't just make money. They you know you come in, you go to get a part, and you're missing an arm and a leg, quite literally. Sometimes, no, you're missing an arm and a leg, figuratively. Just and they take your kids too. That's how much they are upcharge you. It is ridiculous. So what I do is I just cut out the parts store. I go to a place called Rock Auto. Rock Auto, it's I wouldn't say it's perfect when it comes to buying parts and getting the parts you need and stuff like that. It's not 100% perfect. You will, if you deal with them enough, you will hit a despair. You will have a problem, a little snag here and there, which I have, like getting the wrong part, or uh, or getting the part extremely late, um, because of shipping bulk crap and stuff like that. I've had problems with them before, but it's very, very rare. I know I shouldn't be, you know. And we're not sponsored, by the way, just so you know. We are not sponsored by Rock Auto, although I will defend them to the death because I have dealt with them for so long now, and I've had like little to no problems with damn near everything, as well as the price for parts on that store is way cheaper. Way cheaper than you could ever expect. It is nuts how cheap parts are. Alright, I'm going to start with this corner, and we are going to build a little bracer track. Oh wait, that's right. I forgot the bracer track has to be here actually. It's got to be one foundation past where you started your other curve. And now we got to remove this piece, put this piece in. Hopefully that connected correctly. Yeah. If you do your own parts, you do your own repairs on your own cars and stuff, I would suggest Rock Auto. And like I said, I am not sponsored by Rock Auto in any way. I'm not obligated to say anything. I didn't sign no contracts. I'm not upselling. It's just, or I'm not selling stuff for them. It's just I have dealt with them for so long, and I have saved so much money. I've actually kept track on some of the parts. There was a part, one part kit. It was a kit for a car, as well as a radiator that had I had bought them from a part store, a normal part store, we have a few in our area. Had I done it through the part store, I would be looking at about $1,800 altogether. But because I went through Rock Auto, I spent about 600. I spent a little over 600 bucks. It was pretty crazy, the amount that I had saved. Now that's the extremes, right? Those are the extremes. When it comes to more cheaper parts, the gap between them is going to be much, much smaller in price difference. But those are the extreme parts, like the expensive stuff, where you're spending hundreds of dollars, and you're just like, holy crap, you know. I am so glad that I did not would go with somebody else. That's just one of them deals. So one. Here we want to go to. Yeah, just like that. And we'll do the same on this side. No. Fell off. Of course I did. Yeah, that's my suggestion if you're doing parts. I go through Rock Auto. Like I said, they're not perfect. You may hit a snag with like shipping, or you may not be able to get the exact part you need on the first try. That happens, I think, with imports more often than anything else. Just because imports are so damn confusing, which I don't blame them for being confusing, or for confusing people. Because we had a Lexus ES300, we were trying to put a passenger side CV axle in. Which, if you don't know what a CV axle is, I'm not really going to bother explaining it all. And all you need to know is it's a drive shaft that transmits the power from the transmission to the wheels. That makes the car go. And that's the simplest way to explain it for me. The way I can explain it, the simplest way. That's how that works. So we needed this part replaced because it was broken. Well, it wasn't broken, but it was damn near there. Was not good. Not a good time. So, yeah, once we had gotten the part, here's an example of what I was trying to say. But when we got the reason the part was wrong was because Lexus in the early to mid 90s to the early 2000s, all the way through there, Lexus outsourced their parts through Toyota. Like, if you look at, like, Lexus is you think of Lexus, you think usually when you think of the Lexus ES300, you think of Lexus, you think sports car, right? Well, the Lexus ES300 is a luxury model, essentially. It's like a cheap man's luxury car, essentially. It's not a very, very expensive car, but it is a very comfortable one. Like, it is a very, very luxury styled car. You're talking leather interior. You're talking like all the bits and bobs, electronic seats, heated seats, stuff like that. It doesn't have all the bells and whistles because it's like a 99, but it's definitely there, right? It's got comfortable ride suspension and all that stuff. It's a pretty good car, but all over the car you will find. I mean, on the outside of the car it says Lexus. That's the Lexus badge. Underneath the hood, Toyota everywhere. Toyota parts everywhere you look. It does not matter. It is a Toyota part. Well, we might actually just do this. That should still work. So yeah, it's just one of the things, man. But yeah, that's how it worked. Um, actually might dip lower for this. It's just like, you know what? Why don't we dip a little lower? Because this is a little lower over here than it was down there. Oh, and plus this is higher as well. Yeah, we need to be a lot lower. Like this low. But yeah, the reason the CV axle was wrong was because it was for a Toyota and not a Lexus. It just there was a confusing thing when registering the part numbers because Lexus outsources to Toyota to build the internal parts, while Lexus is more focused on the either the sports side with the Lexus IS 300, more sports car version, or the Lexus version with the luxury version with the ES 300. That's my understanding of it when it was explained to me via somebody there at Rock Auto. That's which makes sense because every time I look up Lexus ES300 on because I don't know everything about sports cars. Sometimes I do have to look up procedures and stuff. I keep finding Toyota Camry, Toyota Camry, Toyota Camry procedures. It's the exact same car pretty much, other than the body shape and the interior. But when it comes to the mechanicals underneath the hood, the engine, the transmission, a lot of that stuff. Well, maybe not the engine transmission, but definitely Toyota styled parts. Toyota freaking everywhere. Which I'm fine with. It's just, yeah, that's the reason it was wrong. It was actually quite funny. And so I did have to send it back and wait another week, but they funded the shipping to send it back and sent me a new one. As well as they gave us a big discount code on our next purchase, which also did help. So yeah, they're very very accommodating when they make mistakes like that. Um, so it's not like they're big overlords like the parts store. Like if that happened at a parts store, you would take it back. I mean, they more than likely, yeah, they just give you a refund, but I don't know if you'd be able to get the next part in, and if they would accommodate you any further than that. Because you know us shade tree mechanics, right? When we're working on a car, we don't have the ability to wait usually that very long, because we're working on it right now, either outside or in a garage. We need our parts now, so if we have to wait for parts, um, it's a shit show. We have to wait for parts. We have to securely put the vehicle away so that our repairs can't be messed with or by the weather and stuff like that, or whatever the situation may be. On top of that, um, it's just waiting is just incredibly annoying because we're not most of us shade tree mechanics. We don't do this stuff for profit. You may think that, oh well, you're making a profit, so what does it matter? We're not making a profit. We're shade tree mechanics. We don't work on stuff for profit usually. Usually it's either for hobby, or we're helping out a family member, or we're helping out ourselves, repairing our own vehicle. Um, we don't have a fancy shop where it can sit there for weeks and wait for parts. Especially wait for a week, get the wrong part, and then wait for another week. So it's incredibly annoying. But the way they the way they treat people is actually pretty nice compared to the ones nowadays. Some delivery services like Amazon or whatnot. I shouldn't have said Amazon. I'm not going to say any more then. Do not wish to get sued. Even though I could probably say everything bad about how Amazon is and whatnot, and I probably wouldn't get sued by Amazon because I'm not big enough to be sued by Amazon. But if I do that kind of language now, then more than likely I'm going to do it in the future, and I will get myself in trouble at some point. It's just not smart. I forget, forget anything about free speech laws. That's actually something you're not allowed to do. You're not allowed to defame companies publicly. Which I guess it's it's not that bad of a thing that you can't do that. Or at least the companies are allowed to go back and sue it. It's a little bit of a toss up, I guess, between opinions on that type of stuff, but we won't get into that too much. Get out of here. We need to be building here. We might have to slide the train station over slightly. Oh, I'm out of concrete. I haven't been out of concrete in a while. But yeah, that's why that truck is just taking so long. It's just getting the parts and the clean airs and getting everything together is a pain in the butt. I mean, I almost had the engine together the other day. It was last weekend. But there's these stupid retaining clips on the edge of the injectors on the spider injection system. There's these stupid retaining sleeves that slide into the intake, into the lower intake. If you know, you know. If you don't worry about it. Not a big deal. Or it's not a big thing to not understand. But yeah, these stupid sleeves on my spider injection system, they're the upgraded version. They're one-time use only. So as soon as you get them suckers out of the intake, because it does take a bit of force to get them back out, because they don't have retaining clips that you can squeeze like the old system did. The updated versions of those are one-time use. When you pull those out of the intake, if you manage to get the sleeves out with the injector, which I did, I was very careful with it. What they do is they shear off the little clip. The intake does. The intake has sharp edges where those things snap into the first time. When you go to pull them back out, they're not meant to come back out. But when they come back out, like the old style does, I didn't scroll wheel that way. It's weird. But yeah, when they come back out, they shear off the little clip, the little plastic clip tip things. Just very, very slightly, they shear them off just enough to where it won't clip back in. So I had to go searching around the internet to find a set of them without having to buy the whole entire new injector system, and I did manage to find a set on eBay. eBay is the only one that sold them of that style, so I'm gonna have to wait for that. I have to wait over a week to get those in before I can continue. It is a mess. It's a pain in the butt. But yeah, it is getting done. The engine's mostly together. I just gotta wait for that, and then after that I'll be finished putting the engine together, throw it in the truck, throw the transmission in, transfer case, bolt drive shafts, and give her a start and a run and see how she's gonna work. I got a transmission I need to try out. It was from a junkyard, and my thought process is No, I'm gonna put the train station back here because this is the one that has enough room. So yeah, we'll put it back here. We can even put it like this because we don't need it all to be flat. Let's see, right about right there. I think so. It's fine. Oh man, that just fits in there. Jeez. I mean, it really doesn't fit, but it, it does kind of. So what I'll do is I'll do foundations, and we'll do like a 2-meter ramp on either side of. Yeah, we'll do this first then. So yeah, it's like I said, it's a bit of a mess. It's not fun to be short on cash all the time. So yeah, and that's why it's a very roundabout way of saying it, but that's why I can't purchase PC equipment. I mean, I'm broke anyway, but yeah, I need to be being able to purchase parts and stuff. It's actually quite annoying, but it is. Oop, that's the wrong way. It is what it is. Can't really do much about it. Complaining about it doesn't help. So. This ain't gonna work, is it? 1, 2, nope. This ain't gonna work. The train station isn't low enough in here. Because if I put it up in there, we go to, yeah, see? That's the road up there. And it would be just like, we're at the same level as those over there. I wanted to put it here, but maybe we'll have to we'll just move the train station, or the train, I think. We'll just have to. There's no room to push it forward anymore. It's going to be a tight fit. I really wish I had that other. Like if you had this mod, you could. That's floating. Can't have that yet. Like if you had this mod, you would have the abilities of the other mod incorporated into this one. Yeah, I think that's as close as I want to go with it, right? Yes. All right. So yeah, we'll just have to move all of that. Get it all out of the way. Because there is no way that's going to fit. Okay. So we need, yeah, so there's 2, or there's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. You could probably go 1 more. And we do need. Man, this one is going to be hard to get fitted in here, I think. Yeah, it's going to be very hard to get fitted in here. A little bit of lag going on. I have an idea of what I can do, but it's going to be a pain in the butt to get fitted in here. Okay. I'm going to have to remove this. So we can remove. Oh, there's a bit of grass coming in. Nothing I can really do about that. It's everything's fitting so tightly right now that yeah, I'm not going to be able to do much about it. Okay. But the least we can do today is get this kind of somewhat organized and sorted out. So the return line, which is going to be here, this will head back. Oh yeah. So onto my PC list. I don't know if you guys want to hear about this or not. I mean, you might find it interesting. I don't know. Probably not. It's just fine. So 1, 2, 3. Okay, so we're gonna have to do. We might have to do. Well, how am I gonna do this? The corners are gonna have to go further back and further weird. It's because where everything has to go. It's a little bit annoying. But yeah, my PC list currently is I need a new mouse because I'm currently using a pile of crap mouse. That's a nice Walmart special because that's all I could afford. The second one is the second thing is I guess the mouse is not the most important. It's just the first thing I can think of at the moment. The second one is the let's put the rest of this train station in. Why does it keep scrolling like that? See what I mean? It's weird. Upgradable freight. That's what we need. We can have it go on the left, I think. Actually, we can have it go on the right. It'll just be weird putting it in. Yeah, I should probably have it go on the right. So 2, 3. Four and 5. There we go. And we'll have the belts go to the right. We won't be able to use the bottom ports. That's fine. Yeah, that's nice. And then I need 2 hard drives. I've been trying to. I've had my eye on them for probably over a year now, but there was these hard drives I wanted to get that a buddy of mine has. They're like I think they're Barracuda brand hard drives. They're Barracuda brand, and they are a hybrid hard drive. So they're a disk hard drive as well as a solid state. Like they got solid state bits to them, as well as a disk drive as well. The reason I'm afraid to go. People might ask, why won't you just go straight solid state? Why don't you just do that? I mean, that's the updated, thing. That's the current. It's 2022. Go solid state. That type of talk. The reason I don't do it is because I've heard that some games, some video games on the PC, have problems with solid state, and so does some parts of Windows. Like there've been people that've been having troubles with like Windows 10 with solid states and stuff like that. At least not it, and I wouldn't say more problems than usual, but I would definitely say they definitely are having a decent amount of problems. So it's just like I don't know if I want to do that. Yeah, it's going to be a very, very tight fit. So yeah, there's that. Um, so yeah, I really am kind of trying to figure out where I need to go with that, with getting hard drives and stuff. But I need 2 new hard drives. I need because I'm not going to run one hard drive that is asking for trouble. I've been there, done that. Windows 10 had gotten so bad, or had ran so bad to the point where I couldn't hardly run anything. Every time I tried to run a game, Windows would immediately take up all the disk space and make the game barely runnable. It was like me trying to run a game on Windows 98 on a computer. You remember the computers with the big, massive, heavy monitor, and you put your tower sideways, and then you put the monitor on top of the tower. Those big, massive, behemoth computers that your phones today are like 10 times faster and better. The average smartphone is about 10 times faster and better than those computers were back then. I tried to install a racing game, one time. It wasn't my computer, it was my parents' computer. I tried to install a game, and when I installed the game, like I think it took like 20 to 30 minutes to get to the main menu of that game, because the splash screen, took forever to get past. It would make a little bit of noise, it would move a couple frames, and then freeze for about 5 minutes. And then it'd move a little bit further in the splash screen with a little bit of noise, and then it'd freeze for another 5 minutes. It was not, and then the game ran like ass. It barely ran at all, if you want to call that running. It was not a good time. There you go. That should hopefully work. We'll be able to run our train line here. But yeah, that's the way it was when you're on a single regular hard drive. Windows 10 takes up all your resources when you try to do anything. As if you have too many things on your hard drive, you try to run one thing, and Windows goes, "Nope, you're not going to run this. At least not in your lifetime." We will take another 10 minutes to open this profile because we need to do other things on your hard drive. So screw you. I had to set priorities for programs and such, and it was just because Windows 10 wanted to take up all the resources. It was a massive fail, I would say, on Windows side. I'm not bashing the company, by the way. I'm just bashing their product. It was Windows 10 is a pile of junk. It still is today, I would say. It's gotten much better than it used to be, but it still, in my opinion, is not. It's not worth your time. I guess we gotta. So I want to do 1.5. Yeah, right. So. Okay, that wasn't too short. Good. So this will be the concrete train. It'll go up here. I think that's on the same level, isn't it? Yeah. We're out of concrete again. So yeah, I will never go back to a single hard drive. I will always have Windows 10 will be on its own hard drive when I get a new set like it is now. Windows 10 has its own hard drive, and it can run all the resources it wants. And it's over there on its own hard drive by itself, and it can't harm you. It can't harm you anymore. And then all my games run on a separate hard drive. Well, the thing is I don't know what it is, but for some reason my D drive whenever I run games now, within the last couple of months, every time I run a game, it takes a little while to get to the main menu. So I don't know if that's hard drive related or if that's graphics card related, but the hard drive that I purchased isn't big enough anyway. It's a 2 terabyte. You may think, oh, 2 terabyte, that's a lot of space. No, it's freaking not. I mean, you're looking at average games average size now at 100 gigs. You know, that's a small size or smaller size game. There's games now that are like 200-300 gigabytes. And then that's not even including all the freaking DLCs and uh, connect. Okay. So now from here, go over this way. Get out of here. My train to run. Also, I'm gonna have to delete that belt too. So it's just a mess. And then, yeah, probably graphics card would also be the next one. I have a decent enough graphics card. Like it does run games quite good. I would say for the most part. But it's just definitely still not what I want out of a game. I still want a better graphics card. You know, I want to get like an i9. I want the works. You know, the newer technology stuff, so that I can not only record videos, but I can edit them easily and quickly without issues from my computer, as well as being able to stream. I want to be able to stream. I want to be able to stream instead of just record. I'll stream and record at the same time, essentially, and then I will edit that stream into a video that people can watch later on. You know, cut out the really boring bits, you know, because I kind of run my channel like I stream anyway. Plus, I have streamed before, so it's not like it's foreign to me or anything. And I want to stream because I want to be able to interact with the community. Maybe that's asking for a little bit of trouble, but but I still want to be able to do it. I would love to be able to stream, but I cannot stream even on an i7. You can't stream. Well, you could, but your stream's going to be really ass as far as quality. Maybe, maybe it won't be. I'm not sure exactly. But I know the last time I tried streaming, I couldn't even do hardly 140p. Like, if I tried anything higher, my computer was just, like, not having it. The stream would be there, but it would just be... It would just be crazy, crappy. And nobody wants to watch that content. You know what I mean? Like, would you want to watch a stream in 144p or 360p? I know I wouldn't want to. And I have the opinion of that if you can't stream because your hardware is limited to the point where you're not able to stream at least in 720, you really shouldn't. Don't subjugate your viewers to that bad quality. I mean, I do sometimes on the channel subjugate you guys to bad quality videos, but that's temporary though. I would argue that is a temporary thing. No, why don't we just have the train way up here? Why not, right? That is a temporary thing, so. Because YouTube just, if you put out a video without at least giving it a few hours before the video goes live, you're asking for trouble. It's kind of a pain in the butt. But it is what it is, you know. Again, it's not one of those things I can control all the time. Sometimes I'll put out a video a little bit late. There we go. Nice. This one kind of has to do this. Then yeah, the concrete train will go right down into there. Yeah, we'll just take this train track right along here. That's here. There we go. Take it. It's going to continue this trend to at least to the end of the station, which is right there. But yeah, if I could, I would love to stream. I think streaming is very, very fun. But I think I would only stream to YouTube and Rumble. I don't think I would go Twitch. It's just because I heard that it depends on who you watch and whatnot. But Twitch can be a little bit cancerous sometimes. It's just like I don't know if I wanna be a part of that. Plus they also oops. Get rid of this. Plus you know on YouTube, if you have the wrong opinion or you know you say something you shouldn't, it depends on a lot of factors before you get canceled. You know, it's just one of them things. It's one of them things that a lot of us don't like to talk about. Because we don't want to hear it, you know. We hear that political crap all the time. And it's not that I want to have those opinions that are going to get me canceled. It's just from what I have heard, and this is just through the grapevine, you know, it's all rumors and speculation and stuff like that. So it's not going to be 100% correct. You know, all the time, but just from what I heard, it's just all it takes is for you to say something that's slightly politically incorrect or whatever, right? And if that happens to be the wrong word of the day, you'll get screwed. You know, if that happens to be the wrong word of that day, like it could be fine 5 minutes ago, you say it, you know, 5 minutes thereafter, you didn't get the memo. Now you're not making money. You know, your livelihood gets taken away, stuff like that. It's just not something I want to be a part of. And of course, you know, I'm not going to say that YouTube does not do that either. But at least for me, we will have a little while before we have to worry about stuff like that. Because we won't be popular enough to be canceled. I think they just cancel people who are super, super popular, and they come up with something that that ain't exactly a bad thing to say, but they're just like, well, that's close enough. So, and because we've decreed this person just said that just after we decreed it or just before we decreed it, and now we're going to cancel them because they had said that and we no longer like that. You know, that type of stuff. It's gotten a little bit ridiculous. But not saying that I 100% agree with people who are horrible people and say stupid shit online. Not saying I agree with everybody. It's just like, what the hell? Why are we playing this word game? Why does it need to be a thing? That type of deal. Like, I would rather, people get ostracized in public for what they say. I would rather have that because they said something actually truly abhorrent, not something that this person might find abhorrent, but nobody else did until 5 minutes ago. I'm sure I'm sure most people can agree with that. I don't know. Of course, I might not get monetized or part of the YouTube partner program. I might not get part of the YouTube partner program for saying stuff like this. Get out of my way, or birdie. And who knows? Maybe this stuff is 100% not true. Maybe it doesn't ever happen. It's just people saying stuff to. Although what they say is very believable, to be honest. When you actually see it happen to a lot of people that you would normally watch, um, and it's just like, oh, you didn't think that thing was horrible until the massive collective mind of the media said that you cannot say that anymore, and now all of a sudden you find that offensive for other people. It's really weird. Yeah, I will try and not to get into that um, as the days go on, or as the channel goes on and stuff like that, and gains subscribers. Some people may disagree with me, but I'm okay with that. I am truly okay if people disagree with me 100% and think I'm a horrible person. That's okay. They're allowed to be wrong. As my friend always says, they're allowed to be wrong. Freaking love him, man. He's hilarious. Even though it's hilarious, it is true. I cannot get this freaking track where I need it. It's truly the abhorrent thing. This track is being incredibly annoying. Okay, I should be able to connect this at least, right? Yeah. Alright, there we go. Okay, we're finally there. Yeah. That looks pretty good. Yeah, the track does have to go really wide. We'll have to put a wall here. We have to put a wall here anyway, but yeah, the track has to go super freaking wide. We don't need this. There we go. Damn it, I got on a tangent and now everybody's gonna hate me because I was on a tangent. But yeah, we can still be friends. You can disagree with me and we can still be friends. I'm fine with that. I don't care if you 100% disagree with me. As long as you're not an asshole and I'm not an asshole, we're civil about it, everything's kosher. I'm fine. So I think that's the turning point for a lot of people that, when they disagree about stuff is, there's always going to be them people that turn it into a religion. Or maybe not a religion, maybe worse than that, I would say. They turn it into that you must be destroyed type of talk. You must be destroyed because you think differently. And I'm not going to say what party does that. I'm not going to take a side on it, on the issue. What was that? Did you guys hear that? I'm not going to take a side on it. You guys decide for yourselves who are the worst people on the planet. Because that's what people are going to do anyway. But Just like I'm not going to sit here and say one way or the other, because as soon as I pick a side, then there goes most of my subscribers. Doesn't matter which side I end up on, because people don't want to. They don't want to hear about politics all the time. They get enough of that in their life. I may talk about it a little bit here and there, like I'm doing now, but it's merely out of just to say a thing, you know. But it's not to. I'm not here to make a huge statement or whatever about the politics of the world. As well as, yeah, it may sound terrible, but yes, I am protecting myself. I am protecting myself um, from certain doom, from people that, if I have the wrong opinion, would love to see me, you know, do things, or would love to see me not be alive anymore, I would say. But again, I'm not going to say who does that or party I'm affiliated with. Although hopefully you guys went out and voted. If you're in the U.S., that is. I need to mine this. This is a new way. Maybe I should just stop talking about it here. Yeah, if you went out and voted, congratulations. I'm glad you decided to go out and do that to exercise your right to vote if you're in the U.S. Get out of me way! Fuck you, man. Oh, thanks for the hop up parts. Now get out of here. I don't know why they like standing in the way. They are probably programmed exactly like Minecraft freaking animals. Irritating. Or they're programmed to just be in the way. We got enough room up here, we should be fine. Yeah, that's all I'm going to talk about it on the subject. Sometimes I'll get on a little chant, I'll get on a little bit of a talk about it. We'll talk about it for a little while, and then I'll go, crap. I need to not talk about it no more. Because people are going to unsub if I don't stop talking about it. Really? Oh, it's because it's a half, isn't it? I'm right up against that rock, though. Hold on. Yeah, we'll just be right on the edge of this. Right here. Now we'll go right here. Yeah, well, I know we're going a bit long as well, because I kind of want to finish this, getting this set up, so. Let's see, 1, 2, 3, crunch. And there we go. And there we go, we have made a full loop. Hooray! Congratulations! We made a full loop. Very nice. Bitty nice. Well, on that note, I think we're going to end today. I know we're a little bit late. We're over about half an hour. And my computer's starting to freak out again. For the last little bit, the game has been doing, or the game, my PC, Windows again, of course, has been doing modular installers, and it loves to do this while there's a game going and while I'm recording. It's so annoying that it wants to bog down my entire PC because it wants to install modules while I'm doing other things. So screw your Windows. But anyway, um, that's going to be it for this episode. I hope you enjoyed. Um, finishing that little loop for the concrete and stuff, and next time we will continue on there. Belting it up, getting the train set up and stuff like that, getting the miners, and then we'll start making concrete. But until then, I guess it's a goodbye.